Greetings, sailors, and welcome back to the channel! Well, World of Warships, really, but yes, I have a kind of functioning PC at last. Now, when I say kind of, basically, I don't have all the drives that I need to have hooked up, so I'm having to do awkward things with swapping drives around inside the PC. The old drive, I'm not quite sure what happened to it. I can access the files fine, it's just it would not boot from the operating system, and doing a surface check seems to have turned up no issues, so I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm just going to pull the files that I need off it and then put them onto an external drive and then put in the new drive and then copy them all back. Except I need to wait for some SATA cables as well, because all my video stuff is on a separate drive. Now that was unaffected by whatever happened to the main drive, but at the moment I just don't have enough SATA cables to have all the drives hooked up at once, so it's kind of awkward. However, with my OS now being on an SSD, and I've also actually got Warships and World of Tanks on there as well, it's everything's much faster. It's fantastic, but it's not a particularly high capacity SSD. It's only 120 gigabytes, and I'm already down to like the last 11 gigabytes, and I actually can't make this video too long because, of course, I'm recording onto that drive. So yeah, it's not 100% where I need it to be yet, but I can at least bodge together a video, even if there's going to be no proper intro or anything like that. So I'm just going to do some live Molotov gameplay, and we'll see what happens. Now, this is a ×3 Commander XP weekend, so not only is there a bonus first win XP, but you get ×3 Commander XP as well, so it's a very good weekend for grinding your Commander skills. And especially if you are in the position of, and if you're unaware, with the next patch, what they're doing is they're getting rid of the situational awareness skill from the Commander perk tree, and it's just going to be given to everybody. It's going to be like Armored Warfare. Everybody gets it by default. So what they're going to do, and I suspect this is because of technical limitations, if you've only got one rank 1 captain skill, it's going to be replaced with basics of survivability automatically. But if you've got 2 points on rank 1 skills, then you'll get the situational awareness point refunded automatically. So if you absolutely need to get an extra point on your destroyer captains, now is the time to do it, basically. Although I suspect if you've got a destroyer captain that's got lots of skill points on, it might be slightly more annoying. Anyway, Trident, we've started way off on the side. I haven't even been paying attention to the... there we go. Good matchmaking, top tier. Lots of nice squashy cruisers for me to play with. This thing absolutely excels at eating other cruisers alive. And the AP shells are good enough on these 7-inch guns that... a lot of battleships, if they're broadside, they're also quite susceptible. They can also be penned. Occasionally I even get citadels on battleships with these guns. However, I mean, when this came out and I did my like first look at it, I basically went, maybe this is a bit too good, and I've revised my opinion since then. I think the guns are really very good, but it is still quite squashy, and it does have that horrendous turn radius. However, I think in the right hands this is still, you know, potentially an overpowered ship. It's also balanced out by the fact that people know how dangerous one of these can be, so the more competent players on the enemy team will tend to focus you if at all possible. So, we might be in range of that Fuso very soon. There's some other things over there, but there's an island in the way. I do have to be slightly wary. Was that 2 fighters from the bogue? I was not paying attention. Or is it? No, it's... oh, it is bogues. Bogues on both sides. Okay. I do have to be slightly wary because... Oh, hello, Kuma. The turning radius on this thing means it's not particularly great at... there's an Isakaze. at dodging all of the torpedoes. Right. Well, Aoba is actually... Yes, he's doing just that. He's firing at me. That's fine. We'll do all the dodges. And there's Akirov. More dodges. And we're all bumping into ships. Wow, we're off to a good start. I'm a bit rusty. I've played some of this yesterday. I've got, like I said, I've got World of Tanks on here. I've got Photoshop. I've got Vegas. I've got a lot of the utilities I need just for, you know, running my computer. But there's basically no room for other games on this drive now. So I can't even put the NA client or things like the sandbox server client for World of Tanks. So that's going to have to wait till I get my new platter installed, and that has to wait till I've pulled all the files I need off the old 2TB drive. It's all very confusing. I also, this has got nothing to do with, like this is going back to the last time I was fiddling around with hard drives. I discovered there's a 1.5TB drive that was just sat inside an enclosure inside the case, just not hooked up to anything. And I think that's that drive is just like functional. It's just I sort of outgrew it in terms of space, and I just left it in there. So maybe I'll have to see if I can hook that one up as well and use that as extra storage or backup space or something. So yeah, I've got more hard drives than I knew I had, even, and just not enough cables to hook them all up. What I did do, I mean, I could try and find some SATA cables locally, but I actually found on Amazon somebody was selling a bunch of SATA cables plus a 2.5 to 3.5 inch like converter thingy, so I can I just got that as a package, and I can stick my hard drive, my SSD hard drive into that, and it should all be good. Is that Kirov firing at me? No, it's going for the Königsberg, I think. I'm nearing the end of my Königsberg grind. It's actually quite enjoying that as a ship. Yeah, that's a fighter bogue. Okay, so he does have he'll have bombers to worry about. This is a lot of the team over on this side. Not necessarily a good thing. We'll see. The thing is, with the Molotov, am I not giving enough lead? No, I don't think I am. I knew that because Kirov is quite fast. With the Molotov, it's not really a carrying ship. I've actually been, in the few ranked battles I have played, I have been playing this, and it's fun, but it's, if you're ever in a situation where you're like getting focused or you're the last one left or whatever, it's too fragile to really to be able to do a lot. Oh, there we go, that's the kind of 3 citadels. That's why these guns are amazing. Let's see, the Albert is not going to be hittable. We might be able to get that Kirov though. I'm going to make a swing back towards the cap now. Yeah, you cannot be on the front lines. You cannot. Oh, there's another 2. You cannot, like, even bow on, you will take fairly significant amounts of damage. So that is the, I mean, it's one of these, yeah, it's not a balanced machine. It's squashy, but it's got very good guns. It's really a glass cannon. I think anytime you've got a ship that's like that, it invariably is going to have maybe a higher kind of skill ceiling overall. Right, let's see. Is he flattening out a bit? Yes, he is. He's also firing at me. I'm completely out of practice at this, just in terms of playing and talking. Although, you know, I did do those emergency videos, but it's a different thing, just literally sitting down in front of the microphone and talking. Whereas talking while you're trying to concentrate on doing something at the same time is a slightly different experience. Right, there's some torpedoes. That destroyer is in fact down though. The enemy team, I mean, we were all clustered on this side. The enemy team seems to have quite a lot come on this side as well. So, yeah, anyway, just trying to pay attention to the minimap and, you know, think of things to say. Oh, no pens. Side of a Fuso, in theory, I can pen that. Very careful of the Alba. Decide to start shooting at me. Oh, yeah, there we go. Shots incoming. I'm trying to straighten up a bit, but yes, that was almost certainly a citadel. This is not a fast reacting ship. But if you can get somebody's side... Oh, this might be painful. I'm not a bit lucky there. Right, he killed his speed and turn, so those all missed. Ooh, that Fuso's close. Run away! Oh, some rare bounces there. Right, that Albert is not a terrible player. Have to be wary of him. He's doing a very good job of juking. I suppose another limiting factor of this, you could say, is the low-ish rate of fire. It's not a machine gun like the Cleveland or the Budioni. Let's see if we can finish off this Alba. Nice broadside, could be good. Oh, rip. Oh well, another one of those though. We're going to turn. Right, we're being capped by an Aslain, but we've got 2 cruisers there, so that shouldn't be a problem. Oh, you turned out of those. I'm actually going to try using the spot plane. Can't tell if we're kind of not winning right now. We could still win, but we're down on ships.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Which is not great. We're not in immediate danger of being capped, it's just we have lost way too many ships up here. Can't hit anything there. Let's get the foot attacker though. It's annoying I can't kill that Albert, but he's almost out of range and he's sensibly withdrawing just because he's so low health. So yeah, it's a good ship for punishing other cruisers, but it is easily punished in return itself. Right, I'm careful about Fuso actually. Spin a turn here, because he's going to start shooting at me. Oh, hello, there's the enemy bogue. No, I'm not really having a lot of luck with the AP shells against this Fuso. Maybe I should try some HE. However, AP on that foot attacker. I'd have to be careful of him though. He does, you know, he's a tier low, but he's still got. Oh, there we go. He's still got 8-inch guns to worry about. Ooh, ooh, oh, ow, ow, ow. Okay, the Fuso's down, that's good, but starting to run out of health now. Right, 8 citadels, not bad. By far, you know, I've had much better results in terms of taking on enemy cruisers. In fact, I think for the first look video I did for this, I had a clip at the very start where I got like half a dozen citadels against a single, like a Miyoko or something. I just wiped him out. Stuff like that is hilarious. The Molotov is very, very good at punishing other ships. That, like, if you can sneak up on somebody at close range, get a broadside, go for the citadel areas, you can just wipe them out. Right, this is, yeah, we're still down on points. This is not so good. We've taken care of those destroyers, but there's still a bunch of cruisers left and their carrier. So, yeah, the Warspite, I mean, he's reasonably healthy, but that can change fast. Kirov's actually heading away. These people are all heading away, which is a problem. And that Budioni is very healthy. I really want to kill that Alba. Oh, there we go, never mind. Warspite's done the trick. Right, I want to be wary of this Budioni. He's a dangerous ship to be around. Hopefully, he's going to be concentrating on the Warspite, which will give me the space I need to just pummel him over and over. He is so far. Looks like their boat's going to go down soon as well. I might even try taking a couple of shots at their boat. Oh, right. That made him take notice of me. Double citadel. Yes, that'll do it. Ooh. Now, he's only got 6-inch guns, so I've got a slightly better chance of bouncing at angles. But yeah, even 6-inch guns will easily pen the side armor of this thing if you're showing a broadside. I had a game the other day where I was in the middle of a turn and got caught short by a Cleveland who wiped out about half my health with just AP. Right, it would be really handy to be able to get my scout plane back at this point, but obviously I don't have that. Right, we've pulled this back. We have actually pulled this back, which is nice. And me having taken the attention of that Budioni has, of course, given our Warspite a bit of breathing room. But I'm going to have to be careful here. Hopefully he is going to start shooting at the Warspite again. Still a Kirov as well, but he was pretty low health last he was spotted. So yeah, we'd have to throw this pretty hard. And there we go. We'd have to throw this pretty hard to lose at this point. So yeah, we've basically won. I might not even get to shoot at the Kirov. 62k damage. It's not bad. I do better in this thing for damage a lot of the time than, or I do more consistently well for damage than I do with higher tier cruisers, and even some of the, like the Colorado, damage wise is usually all over the place, but I can generally do quite consistently well in the Molotov. It's got very reliable guns. So I might just go forwards into the cap and park myself there, because my Kirov's running away. It's me and a Warspite trying to chase him. And this thing's reasonably fast. 36 knots isn't bad, but he's had a pretty good head start. So I'm inclined just to go and sit in the cap circle. So I think what we'll do is, through the magic of editing, we shall jump ahead to that point. So here we are. We've actually just caught up, and oh, there he goes. The last Kirov. Yeah, I thought he was going to run away all the way up to the corner, and then he kind of turned and tried to come south a bit, and that let our for attacker intercept. I don't even know who got the last kill there. But anyway, so that was a reasonably profitable game. And first place, okay, not quite sure why. Oh, Kuma did pretty well, actually. That's another thing that's changing in the next patch, actually. Up till tier 4, pretty much all ships are going to get limited matchmaking, is my understanding. So, yeah, it already is the case for, I think, the tier 4 battleships and the tier 4 carriers. Well, actually, no, is it the case for the tier 4 battleships? It might not be. The tier 3 battleships, I'm pretty sure, get limited. I've confused myself now. But anyway, cruisers and destroyers will also get limited up to tier 4. So, yeah, low tier limited matchmaking. It's almost as if they've, you know, learned from the things that people have been asking for in World of Tanks all this time. Well, this is one of those times when we have to remind ourselves that Wargaming isn't some monolithic company. It's the St. Petersburg studio that, of course, does World of Warships, and they're free to do stuff like this, whereas the Minsk studio, the main Wargaming studio that makes World of Tanks, seem a bit more set in their ways. But anyway, it's a good move, I think. And it's just a pity that we don't see any sign of World of Tanks following in the same footsteps. So let's see, 200k profit, not bad at all, and I will have gotten the ×3 Commander XP as well. And just ignore the fact that says it's a Gremiashi captain. I've got like 3 Gremiashi captains for some reason. That is in fact the commander that I use in the Molotov and the Kutuzov. So there we go, a more or less kind of ish back to normal video, kind of. I think my schedule over the coming week will be very spotty just while I'm still sorting things out. But by next weekend, I absolutely hope to have everything hooked back up and all the drives connected that I need to have connected, and just to be back to making videos. Although I'm not quite sure how long it will take exactly to re-download my Steam catalogue. That might take a little while. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. And If you have, you can leave any comments below, you can hit the like button, you can sub to my channel if you haven't already, and as always, stay tuned for more.